So today I have a bunch of new products to show you, a good Ulta haul, and this is a look I created with mostly new products. So if you want to check out how I did this, then stay tuned. Alright, to start out, I've already moisturized my face and used a little bit of a reviving eye gel today. If any of you are wives and mothers like me, you know that sometimes there are nights when there is snoring and baby crying and toddler that doesn't want to leave you and all kinds of things that don't let you go to sleep till about, 3, 4 a.m. So, I'm exhausted. Had to revive myself. I'm still even a little bit puffy even after all the work I've done on my face, but what can you do? So I'm gonna roll with it. Okay, this stuff is amazing, by the way. I know it's like some chapstick I've tried, it's like they dry my face out even more, and that's like the opposite of the point, and I don't understand why they do that. They like make my lips crack. They feel moisturizing at the time, but after the fact, they feel cracked. So, because that lovely night I had, I'm going to try to disguise these under eyes. So, I'm going to grab some of this orange, like burnt orange color to counteract that darkness under my eyes and brighten me up. Plenty. You don't need a ton. You just need a really thin layer of that color just to disguise, because it's just going to work through your concealer and your foundation to disguise those areas of color that you won't miss. Sometimes when my redness in my face is really bad too, I'll mix some green all over my face to counteract that when I put my foundation on, but it hasn't been bad lately. So it is summertime, and lately my nose does not want to stay on worth a damn. So I've been doing this trick that I grab my eye primer for my eyeshadow and I dab that all over my nose first, and then I put on my foundation, and it seems to help it stick better. So I'll go ahead and do that real quick. So it's just a little bit of an extra measure for the summertime for me, just to help keep the places that get oily and want to move around where they are. Because if there's one thing that bothers me, it's for me to look in the mirror and for me to have foundation on the whole outer rim of my face, because that's not my problem area, and to just be patchy like all through here, I can't even deal. But I have to show y'all something, because I got a new foundation over the weekend, and I'm telling you, it's the best foundation I have ever tried. I've heard about this, and I heard it was great, but I feel like I hear that about a lot of things. So I bought this, I tried it, it is amazing. It is thin and full coverage, a little goes a long way. It dries out, but not too much, and it's like it's waterproof. Like, I got some on my arm to test on my tattoo to see how good the coverage was. I mean, it nearly covered the whole thing, and like, it was hard to even get off with soap and water. I mean, this stuff is incredible. I wore it to a water park, and it did not go nowhere. So this is what it is. It's ta-da, Cover FX Cover FX Custom Cover Drops Foundation. And it's a super thin formula. It's a little pricey, $40 something. right here. But it's amazing and it's so worth it to me. I almost want to get another one. I got this one because I'm super tan and it's dark, and it works like when I'm working with the highlighting and brightening up my face, but it's still a little bit dark, and it's such a thin formula. I think it'd be so easy just to mix different drops of different foundations. And for someone like me, like I don't have a certain undertone to my face like one or the other. I have yellow undertones and I also have pink undertones, so nothing really works in particular unless I mix. So this is a really good foundation to be mixing. So this is what I'm going to use today. I'm going to throw some pore primer on my pores real quick though, because your girl has been pory lately, if it makes any sense. So to do this, I'm going to add in some pearly iridescent little face drops to mix in with it, because it's the summertime and I just like to glow all the time. So I'm just going to add some of that to my face first. So I like doing this whole drops thing, it's fun. So I tried that with this, and I was just like dropping it all over my face. Girl, a little bit goes a long way. Okay, so I dropped it on my face and like it was so much. Like, so now I don't do that with this. I just grab a flat topped foundation brush and I just put a couple of little droplets on top of it and then mix it into my face, because it is a lot, let me tell you. So I just drop 4 drops, okay? And you will see the magic here in just a second. I mean, This just is so pretty. So this is my face with it and without. I mean, it's just such a huge difference. But what I like about it is that it looks like skin instead of wearing like a ton of foundation. It looks so natural, but it's full coverage at the same time, which is something I know everybody wishes for. I mean, I do, just to have something that covers everything that you want it to, but works as like skin at the same time, because you don't want to look like you're wearing a mask. I mean, if you do, cool. Sometimes I do, trust me. When I'm going out at night and stuff like that, I'd be going like super crazy drag makeup sometimes. But on a day-to-day basis, I just want to look like I have skin and pretty skin. So this is it. I mean, it's beautiful. I love it so much. It's not even funny. It dries down. It's amazing. It's everything to me right now. It just is. It's everything. Alrighty then. Enough of that. Enough. I could talk about it all day, really, which I did. It was probably embarrassing, really. We went over to a friend's house over the weekend. On Sunday we were there, and like all the girls, I kept making them come to the bathroom with me, like, let me do your foundation, this stuff is amazing, and I was being like a crazy person, you know, and they loved it and everything. But I don't know if anybody's like obsessed with all this stuff as I am, and I might have been a little bit forceful. Sorry ladies, if you're watching, my bad. Anywho, so I'm gonna go in with, I was gonna use my Ultra HD Stick Foundation, but I don't know. Yeah, this is what I'm going to use today. So I'm just going to dab some on like my chin, nose, under eyes, and a little bit on the forehead, just to go on the highlighted areas of my face real quick. This lopsided heart I've ever seen, I swear. So I have a wet beauty blender and I'm just going to blend that all out. That is looking pretty and blended out. As soon as I'm done with that, I'm going to go right in with the Laura Mercier setting powder and just set my under eyes real quick. And set the top of my nose too, because something about summertime just makes that thing fall off. So we're going to try to lock it in. So now that is all locked in place as much as I want it to be for summertime. Usually during the wintertime I do contour because I'm really light and I want to just add a lot of depth and darkness and stuff like that to my face. But it's summertime, so I just, for my everyday, I don't really do all the contour and everything because I come in with bronzer and a shimmery bronzer and all that stuff too. So I just don't feel the need to do all that contour. So, for my next new product, which is something I've been hearing a lot about, and it lives up to all the hype, let me tell you. It's amazing. It is the Benefit Hoola Bronzer. It's amazing, okay? It's amazing. It just, I've been using a bronzer, a non-shimmery bronzer like Hoola, okay? To do like the contoured areas of my face, and it's been going on so patchy that it literally just makes me crazy. Every time I put it on, there's like little darker spots on my cheek and lighter spots, and it's like blending down everywhere where I'm not supposed to, and I felt like I was doing something wrong, but I was not. Now that I tried this, and it's just so smooth and applies just like so flawlessly and easy. I don't suggest that everything in makeup that you have to buy is pricey, but I feel like some things that you get are better quality and they just go on easier, and it makes makeup so much easier to apply. And this is just one of those, and it wasn't, I don't know if it was that pricey, I don't remember. It's right here. This is how much it was. So, I mean, for me it was worth it because it's just so amazing, but I'm just going to go ahead and go in. So pretty. Next, I'm going to grab a little bit of blush. Which uses super affordable City Colors blush that I've been using pretty much all the time lately. This color right here, it's like kind of pinky corally, and it's really pretty in the summer. So I don't like to use a whole lot of it, so I grab like a really fluffy brush that really doesn't pick up very much product at all to just grab some of that and apply it to my face. Alright, so now I've added a little bit of color to my face. I am done with that for now, so I'm going to go into eyes now. Let me go ahead and prime real quick, and we can start. So, for the eyebrows, the next thing that I went and bought at the store is this Defined and Refined Benefit Brow Kit. It comes with, first, it's a brow conditioning primer. It says it's supposed to keep your brows on longer than usual. And the Precisely My Brow Pencil. And this kit is number 3. And then this JAMA right here that helps you create the perfect shaped and sized eyebrows. And the highbrow, which is the little highlighter chunky pencil that goes underneath your brows when you're done. So I'm going to go ahead and mark up some little like measurement dots real quick and then draw on my brows. So now that I'm done with those eyebrows, I'm going to go into eyes. So another new thing I got is, it's not the deluxe palette, okay, so don't get too excited, but is the older Carly Bible palette. I had a little bit of extra cash to spend, so I went ahead and picked this up. It is beautiful. I love it. You know, it's super affordable. It's with BH Cosmetics, so I mean, it was cheap, and for the price with the highlighters in here, they're amazing. You'll see at the end, they're incredible. So I'm going to be using this, but not only this, I'm going to be using my Morphe palette in conjunction with it. These two. The Morphe palette I'm using is going to be the 35F palette, the Fall into Frost one. There's some really pretty neutrals and things in here, but there are some colors in here which I love to use as well. There's some like pretty darker, like burnt orange kind of colors and stuff like that in here too. So I'll be going into both. I'm going to grab this big fluffy brush right here and grab the first color on the top left in the Carly Bible palette to just put that all over my lid. Alright, then I'm going to go in with a fluffy crease blending brush, and this, actually I'm going to start with this color right here in the Morphe palette right here. I'm going to start with the first color I'm going to be putting in my crease. Gravity pulls you straight down. So next I'm going to go in with this top middle color up here in the Carly Bible palette to just deepen up that crease a little bit. Okay, I'm going to switch up brushes to it's like flatter, but it's a fluffy blending brush, so you can get a little more detailed down into the crease with an even darker color. I'm going to go in with this color right next to the black. It's got like a burnt auburny reddish orangish color to it. And I'm going to use that same flat crease blending brush to just grab a tiny bit of this darkest purple on the very end of this Carly Bible palette to deepen it up the last little bit before I put on the lid color. Okay, so I'm good with that. So for the lid color, I'm going to go into this Morphe palette into... So I'm going to take this color right here where my finger's at. It's like a kind of a purpley, pinky, rosy, really metallic color. So I'm going to get my brush wet to apply it to the lid first, and then use a dry brush to blend it out into the crease a little bit. Alright, and then a super fluffy blending brush, and first I'll go in with that metallic color, and then I'll grab up that first crease color I used in the first place, just to really blend it all in, and then last but not least, go in with that super light color to go over to the top to make sure it's all blended out. The lower lash line. First thing I'm going to do is grab that brush that I used to apply that pack that crease color on, and grab a good amount of it on the very tip of the brush and get it really close to the waterline on the bottom of my eye. I will take this middle color from the Carly Bible palette on a fluffier flat blending brush to blend underneath that color and just blend it out. Alright, so I want to darken that up just a tiny bit, so I'm going to grab that dark purple, just a tiny bit of it, and go on the outer corner just like I did with the upper corner with that dark purple. Alright, so that is it for the eyeshadow. I'm going to go in now and just add a nice wing liner to it. Alrighty then, so that is it for my eyeliner and eyeshadow today. I'm digging this super smoky look. I really like it. I think it's super pretty. So I have a little bit something special that I'm going to use on my inner corner today instead of just a regular shadow. I have these Stila Magnificent Metals eyeshadow in Dusty Rose. Oh, okay. So this is so pretty. This stuff is so pretty. I just don't even know what else to say about it. So it's really chunky and like the glitter chunks, if you can see, if they move around, you can like pick them up and stuff like that. So if you use too much of it, which I have tried, and it kind of just moves all over the place. So just pick up like just a little bit of it like this, and I'm going to tap that into my inner corner for some super glitter. I'm going to pop just like the tiniest bit of that right directly underneath the arch of my brow. Right, so on to the highlighter. Carly Bible. Oh, we're gonna use the bronzer first. It's like a highlighter bronzer, but it is gorgeous and I love it. And I just grabbed some of it with a huge like fluffy brush and kind of just put it all over it. Tap it out and just put that all around the good bronze parts of my face. And then for the highlights, I like super bright highlights, so I'm going to use that light pink one on the very end. And I'm going to try it with this fan brush here. It's super light, so I don't know if it's going to do what I want it to do. We'll see. Okay, so a more dense brush. So these two colors right here, I kind of mix together and add them to like my collarbone and shoulder area. Just like glitters me right up and makes me shine. When I move around, it's super pretty. Alright, so that is it. Besides mascara, I'm going to go ahead and put on mascara real quick off camera because there's nothing new with that. And we'll go into lips and show you what I got. So I got a couple of new lippies. I got two NYX ones, NYX Liquid Suedes. I got a red one, which I don't like to mix in with purples or colors like that, so I'll save that for another video. But I got a NYX in the color, it's number 7. What is it called? Can you find it? Oh, Sandstorm. And then I got a BH Cosmetics liquid lipstick. And that is so tiny, I can't even read it. But it is a pretty, like, pinkish, like one of those colors you seriously see on Instagram all the time. So I'm going to mix both of them. I'm going to put this mostly on like the outer edge and then some of this just mixed in on the center. So I will start with this, add a little bit to the bottom and top, and then fill out with this guy. They are gorgeous, they're creamy, they go on super velvety, they have hella good staying power. I mean, even the BH Cosmetics one especially, and I think it was even $1 cheaper than the NYX ones, and the BH one dries out better, I think, than these do. But they're both amazing and they're awesome. So we will finish off this look with some setting spray and then we're done. It. I hope you enjoyed watching. I super enjoyed doing this look. I'm keeping my hair up today because it's super hot. I'm about to take my son outside to swim. And that's about it. So I hope you liked the video. If you did, please like and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you next time, beauties.